Yeah, 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 yeah. You already know what time it is. We'd like to welcome y'all to the Delete That podcast featuring your boy P and
And you,
that guy Do. We in the building. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and start this thing off, man. I'm gonna pass this on over to Do. Do what it do.
hey, money.
What's up with it?
Hey man, listen, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I ain't hear a thing from Sugar Slim, man. And I'm trying to figure it out. You feel?
You ain't hear what?
I ain't hear my hype music from Sugar Slim, man. And I'm kind of a little disappointed, man. You know what I mean? I just want to get that out there, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, we're gonna get this thing pumped up, man. We're gonna get this thing started, man. Listen, now we in our zone, but it's your boy Dude, man, with your guy P. And we're gonna tell y'all what it is, man, and how it's gonna be, man. We're gonna keep it 100 with you all the time. And we're gonna tell you, man, when it's time to delete that.
That part.
Yeah.
For real, real. So we're gonna start out by saying, man, Happy New Year's, man. 2025 is in the building. 2025 is gone. So I hope you did everything right for last year. You get everything prepared for this year, man. I'm gonna start off with saying, wishing everybody a prosperous, is how they say it, prosperous new
Hey man,
year.
purpose.
That part year, man. And what I'm saying, always keep God first. Make sure that everything is everything when you're going pursuing it, man. You can achieve everything. So we're gonna start off with something that's going on in the news right now, man. Tragic news. Had
Yeah.
an incident in New Orleans where someone decided to use a vehicle to do some destructive, some very, very, very bad things in New Orleans, man. And so far, we haven't gotten a lot of numbers of the actual people injured to the people that's lost. But we want to send out a condolences to the families out there that's going through this right now, and this tragic event. Um, the location and everything is based in New Orleans, so do I know you can speak a little bit more about that because that's where you're from, your home and everything. So the streets, the structures, and how this possibly could even happen at a
Yeah.
time like this.
See, at a moment where there's a lot of celebration, man. You know what I mean? People are in town for the game, and you have give me a moment, P. But you have, just to reflect on that, man. You have parents that sent their kid, allowed their kids to go out and have fun. Or some of them was already in college, out to have fun, man, and just enjoy the moment, man. It's a big moment in their school history. You know what I mean? It's one that, you know, kids look forward to. You know what I'm saying, P? And
Mhm.
you had a situation where a guy chose to mow down people that had no grudge with him and neither had with them. And for you to use them as collateral damage in a militant mindset of some gotta die so we all can live, or no one should have to die to push your cause. Why should we resort to that when it didn't fix anything? So you hurt innocent people in the process, man. And in my city, like it's so heartfelt because that's a time where New Orleans come together, and New Orleanians they look for the culture of it. Just people to embrace our culture, and they ready to have festivities, and they got their food sale. You gonna
Yeah.
experience New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? And what he denied those people of, man, that came there after probably talking to their parents or talking to their relative or talking to their loved ones and just telling them about. Man, Happy New Year. We enjoyed. We here, blah blah blah, and then something like this happened after a call, man, or after a text. That's where it's like, come on, man. Why choose innocent people for your cause?
So
You heard
let's get this straight. He was alleged to be, he has a Muslim name. Um, it was supposed to be an ISIS flag that he was supposed to have attached to a vehicle. He rented a truck. The truck went through some barriers in a specific part of New Orleans, which would be what? Is it the Canal Street,
Bourbon Street.
Bourbon
That's
Street?
yeah,
Um, Tragically took a lot of lives by driving down this avenue where there's normally a high volume of people walking through. Um, and after running into a construction vehicle that was parked there, he jumped out and begins to attack two police officers, I think, allegedly began shooting them. This
yeah,
guy is a 42-year-old citizen from Texas. The FBI said he previously served in the U.S. military.
right.
It appears to be, like they said, an ISIS incident. 15 people were injured, killed, dozens were injured as he drove around barricades that were apparently not set up, and they were supposed to be set up, but for some reason malfunctioned due time, whatever the case may be. Um, and the barriers weren't up. So that's something they're going to be looking into real soon,
Right.
also, along with the investigation. So um, I know you're pretty familiar with being out there. Are those barriers something that you would normally see up at this point in time?
Well, yeah, those barriers they prevent cars from driving down Bourbon Street, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can over Bourbon Street on other streets that crosses it, but you can't turn down there with a physical vehicle, right? So
Yeah.
they pivoted off the main street, which is Canal, where all of the high traffic would be willing to make that right turn to get there, turn left at the light and try to make a legal turn and come down that street. You can't, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that prevented him from that. I mean, that it wasn't up to where he just was able to drive straight down the street. He drove on the sidewalk to get there. So
Mm.
he's he he intentionally, like I said, went after people that may have been in his way to rush to get to the police. I would think, because you could have, if you wanted to hurt people and you had guns and weapons, you could have just got out shooting and hurt a lot of people. But you got out and shot directly at the police, right?
Police officer. Yeah.
So that's what had me confused. Now, be it as it may, when that car is hitting a lot of people scrambling, getting out the way, you know what I mean? When they realize the danger and seeing people flying and getting mowed down, man, it's heartfelt, man. That went through that, man. And to do that in my city, man, like, and bring a down, but like, bruh, we don't have them kind of problems. We got some problems inside community with drug wars, street wars, all type of stuff like that, man. But that, nah, man, like that, that's nah, man. It's just that ain't cool, man. We ain't feeling that at all, man. You know what I mean? Like, and we easy. It's easy to say something got to be done. Nothing can be done about the damage this man has caused. Whatever his grievances was, how long he's been here in the states, ex-military, and all this stuff, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Did he have issues, mental breakdowns? Was he schizophrenic? What was going on in his head mentally? It's the part that got everybody confused. You know what I'm talking about, Pete?
What's really crazy is that um, I think I seen that it was like a picture of him being an attorney, or I don't know if it was YouTube, but it was on the internet. So it looks like he held a nice position of employment. So to, like you said, turn around and come and chart do harm to people was kind of crazy, especially supposed to be coming traveling from Houston, Texas,
Right.
and then to pick a day like I think it's the Sugar Bowl that's in New Orleans, to pick an event like this and New Year's. And allegedly it's supposed to be other people that was aiding him in hiding um, different bombs and stuff throughout the city. And they're supposed to be caught on, like video cameras, surveillance cameras, and things like that. So it's still an open investigation. We're trying to figure out what's going to happen, the outcome, other people involved. Was it really ISIS? Um, what type of situation? What was going on with him mentally? Did he have a mental health problem? And things like that. And of course, they're going to tap into where did he get the weapons from? Was he able to carry a firearm and things of that nature? Like you
Had
said, no, at no point is this ever acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Especially in today's time. Go ahead, dude.
right. No, I say he had to be legally carrying, but and he had weapons, right? But my thing is, why New Orleans? They had games everywhere. They had Texas. They had games.
Also, so this event is normally the Sugar Bowl, is what it was that they had to postpone for 24 hours. This event, something that happens yearly.
Right.
You're saying that they had other ones throughout the day that was going on around that time.
Right. New Orleans. What point was you trying to prove in New Orleans? What made New Orleans personal to you, man? That's the question New Orleanians have. You know what I mean? Like, that's the answers we want to know, man. But you know, what I mean, it's we could go on, man. You know, shout out to the to the people that's going through this, man, that's dealing with it, that faced it face forward, man, and saw these things and have to deal with that every day, man. I pray for you guys, man. I pray for the families that lost their loved ones, man. And just it's a heartfelt moment, man. We love y'all, man.
Yeah, and same here, man. You already know. To piggyback off that same situation, today also, Las Vegas, Nevada, we had a situation to where um, a Tesla truck apparently exploded. At one point earlier, they showed that it exploded in front of Trump Towers. They want to link this event up with the other event that happened in New Orleans. Later on, but in a slight investigation, what they found inside the Tesla truck was crazy. They found gasoline-filled barrels in the back of this truck. So it's a few things raises questions with me with this one, man. It's like, how is it that it just so happens to be a Tesla truck in front of Trump Hotel, who Tesla is now the owner of? What's the dude name? Dude, the
Elon,
owner of Tesla,
Elon,
Elon Musk.
yeah,
And what's the chances you cool with Elon Musk, right? Elon is cool with Trump. They park a Tesla, a brand new Tesla, in front of the hotel and it explodes. Now, what's so crazy about this is like sending a message like, yeah, this is your partner. We had enough money. It's not about the money. We bought the money. We had enough money to buy the truck just to blow it up, just to let you know that it ain't worth nothing. Like,
right,
how was this linked together? Was it sending the message? Like, what, what, what would be the purpose of doing that? The passenger actually died in the vehicle, and a brand new Tesla, which is crazy, um, loaded with explosives in front of Trump Hotel. So to me, it's like somebody sending a message. Happens right before um, the inauguration, and what's so crazy about it is it's how are they linking this immediately to what happened in New Orleans? You know what I'm saying? So, you had anything like to say about that, dude, or to elaborate about any
I
thoughts
could tell
about that?
you, man. Like, and here's the deal, especially from this aspect, like, yeah, that's a crazy coincidence that it's a Tesla and it's Trump Towers, like, and we understand that. But Trump, from my best understanding, Trump no longer owned that tower. Like, that ain't
Oh,
so, like, that's for his wife, his ex-wife or whatever, man. But I like I don't know if the people didn't know that as much as you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure they're smart, and I guess they feel as he still had his hands in it. That was a part of him in his bankruptcy, just making sure he still owns something, give it to his ex-wife. He still control it. You know what I mean? I don't know. He gonna have
so
a
wait, you trying to say they were sending a message? Like somebody's
well
like, hey, what it do?
message that you sent because it's not Trump. It's not in for Donald Trump. It's for it's Trump Towers, but. I didn't. The crazy part, I had the luxury of staying there one time, and I
Dude,
feeling the same.
delete that. Hold on. You mean to tell me they really let a real nigga off up in here?
Well, here's the deal. Crazily, they had a couple of black people in there. You know what I mean? And I was feeling like the crazy. Like, man, I don't want. You know what I mean? Like, and the people that booked the room was like, no, but he don't own it no more. You know, I'm like, man, like they don't. You know what I mean? Yada yada yada. But the crazy part was, man, that's when I found out that, because certain hotels, other hotels buy floors inside those,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And that's how they make their money. So a part of the one of the timeshares I had that it was set up like that, and that's how I found out. But you know what I mean? Nice hotel. I mean, I was treated with the utmost respect, man. They had a lot of people had fun there. You know what I mean? I can't knock it. It's business at the end of the day. You know what
True.
I mean? Had
True.
a name on the front represent some things, but you know what I mean? It's like what you trying to stay in? Comfort or you want to just stay? I'm sleep on my car. I
Yeah.
am doing
So they have real gold up in there, dude.
stuff was gold plated. I don't know if it was real gold. I doubt it was real gold, or it probably have
It's
been.
gold plated.
Yeah, certain stuff is. Yeah, the plate, the restroom are nice. Your bathroom and your room is nice. You know what I mean? You got a TV in the mirror and all type of stuff.
Dude, I'd have been to Vegas.
I've stayed in some bigger ones. It is, and he has some.
Delete that. Delete that.
I stayed in some bigger hotels that actually had, but nah, man. Back to the top, man. A person did lose their life in this crazy uh event, man. And even though I don't know if it's by Trey Bazaar, because if I want to hurt someone and I am about to blow up something, why
Okay.
would I in a car?
Well, check this out though. Why would you get a Tesla that is known for being indestructible and then lock yourself up in this joint and then try to blow it up, knowing that 'cause they said that the damage to the vehicle wasn't even that bad for the simple fact that it's made out of durable material. So it didn't even really do a lot of damage that it could have
Look,
done if it was a regular vehicle.
it did more damage to the glass, right, than the
We're
actual
glad
the
because
glass.
the glass in front of the Trump Towers was, I mean, WisCon was good.
The
You talking about the
glass,
glass of the vehicle?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it did some damage there, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that, bro, that like if you was sending a message, you could have got out the vehicle and still blew the car up. Like what? Why would you not? That, like, yeah, that's
It died in the vehicle. That's crazy.
it. Just was a crazy coincidence, maybe that he just so happened to be at the hotel making a stop, and his car went to smoking and blew up. I don't.
Okay, then explain all the
Did he?
gas container in the back of this Tesla. If you have a Tesla, it's an electric vehicle.
We don't
What are you
know if.
doing with all this gas?
But I'm just saying, we don't know because in Vegas there's a lot to do, right? And you could go dune bug ride, and you might have had dunes. You don't know. I'm waiting to get more of the detail to really understand it, man. But I'm just saying, just speculating on it. Like we don't know. I can't answer that. You know what I mean? I can't answer that. But the way it happened, as quick as it happened, it's just confusing. It's like soon as he pull up, you know what I mean? You see the car pull up and golf and smoke and it blow up. Like, was you trying to stop or pull over and that was the close you was
Yeah,
running for help? I don't know.
yeah, it's crazy because the where it's located, it's definitely like in a cut spot on the strip. So it's not like you
Right.
have to worry about too much traffic. But luckily, nobody was standing outside, man.
Yeah.
It appeared
Great
to be a
people had
clear entrance, which is crazy because Vegas is normally cracking like certain times of the day. It's really going down, especially entering and exiting the
they
venue.
people at the door of the hotel at the glass window that was looking and seeing the smoke and the
Hmm.
guy and it blows up in front of his face.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Well,
So
I'm
it
glad
was
there was no reports, nobody being hurt, man. It was only that one person who lost his life. We don't know what kind of ties he had to that, or to the vehicle themselves, or if he was even trapped inside. Like you said, it could have been one of the things to where he was really out here, really just like, you know what, needing some gas. He probably had a lawnmower company, business on. We don't know, but they're gonna further that investigation. We're gonna check it out. But they're linking the New Orleans thing to the Vegas thing, which is now that since they cut off the Sugar Bowl and the game that was supposed to take place, they canceled it for 24 hours. But in the near future, February 9th, we're going to be having a Super Bowl out there. So, what do you
right.
think about, the protection for the Super Bowl being
Okay.
out there? Will that be affected? Will they hyping security now? Will it be a whole
I
different?
see. Not to cut you off, I tell you this. Now, in fact, that like they're saying, yeah, they're gonna have security quite naturally because whatever going on is crazy. And we just talking hypotheticals, right, with this guy. And I mean, but to have a detonator and a timer with fireworks and like what in your mind was you trying to accomplish? Like, I'm like, what in your mind you was trying to accomplish? Like if you going here's where like some people are just they I don't know if you think correctly, and that's why I'm like, how is it? Who's planning it, right? You could have drove straight through the glass window of the hotel if you wanted to go up it, but what was you trying to do outside the hotel and killing yourself inside the vehicle? Like that's what I just I don't get, man. Something is going on, man, that is so crazy, man, and so scary inside the world, man. To whereas we're seeing some things that in a lot of years we haven't saw. So I know the Super Bowl, whatever message they was trying to improve off in New Orleans, they did that. Now that is the next big event that is to take place.
Mhm.
They got to take measures moving forward now because now you're on a search because you don't know how long they've been operating inside the states, right? So now you on a search. So now you got to get to work. Now you got to do certain. You know what I mean? You got to put the work in. You know what I mean? And find every you gonna have to sweep the Superdome so thoroughly. It's ridiculous.
And man, there's gonna be so many people out there, bro. It's gonna be so crazy. I've been in many Super Bowl weekends, parties, and events and stuff like that. You have more than a little bit, and blending in with a lot of the kids that want to be in these venues. These people that did this attack on New Orleans was allegedly was supposed to have left like different little bombs throughout the city. So they said that the Super Bowl hypens up their security, and it's been known. We had an incident to where Lance Briggs was in the Super Bowl. We was in Miami, and we know him from Arizona. AP
Right.
played with him, so he kind of see him like walking down South Beach, and we trying to run up on him, playing little games just to see, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, man, we had security come out of nowhere and just start we in a standoff. They security against us, so it was kind of crazy. So I know they're gonna with this event going on, man, they're gonna hyping up security. I can pretty much say it's gonna be task force and different things like that is going on, even during the Super Bowl is going on. So um, do you think that it happening that is going on, the Super Bowl itself was going on in New Orleans? Does it have the capacity to hold that many people? And on top of that, you have Kendrick Lamar, performing. Who's coming out with him and all this kind of crazy stuff, man? So he had a big year this year. He's gonna come out there and do the Super Bowl. He had an appearance last year. Was it last year or the year before with Snoop, Eminem, Dr. Dre when he honored Dr. Dre? So, do you think that because he's performing and being in New Orleans, is it gonna have the capacity to hold all these people coming into this area?
Well, here's the deal, P. They're gonna have the capacity. That won't be a problem.
Hmm.
I'm concerned about tomorrow. right? Because what you did in the wake and the event of knowing that there was kids on Canal Street and Bourbon Street, and what you did, why did you target there? But now I'm more worried about they got enough protection for tomorrow, right? To make sure nothing else get crazy down there. That whatever is happening, they have to get to the bottom of it quick, Pete.
Yeah.
And that's too many innocent people lost their lives, man. And they got to, bro. But with Kendrick and them coming and Wayne and the stuff that's going on in our city, like that, they'll have the necessary resources and
Hmm.
think moving forward because they understand the hype is around this, the threat that exists, right? If these two things are tied, then what is the message? Because I don't see how New Orleans, unless you was targeting, the schools. What was it? Like, who were you trying to hurt? That's the thing. But for the Super Bowl, man, I think it's going they'll have the necessary security. They're gonna have to because you got too many people that's at that. I'm speaking from the athletes now. I'm speaking of the athletes that has to be protected and organizations that's big want that protected. You know what I mean? So you can't afford to see a Super Bowl canceled. You can't afford to see
Oh
that,
yeah, they're not gonna cancel that, man. They need that,
right?
and
So,
it's too late to even shift it to another city. So that's out of pocket too. I
oh,
think it'll be more security higher, level probably a lot of level fours, people that's in suits and stuff like that, or in just undercovers and stuff like that. It's gonna
delete
broaden
that.
that out. But I would suggest if you are going out there, man, Super Bowl can get crazy with the partying. Trust me, I know that we did it from state to state, city to city. So if you can hire you some security or somebody to come along with you, man, ain't nobody gonna think less of you, man. Only the young ones, the YNs, think that crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able to get you some protection. Matter of fact, my firm is hiring. Rascal Defense. You need some? Let us know. We got you covered, man. But come on out there. But I think it's gonna be kind of crazy, man, to have Kendrick performing out there. The hype of the song, not like us. What it's doing, the album that he has released right now, it's about to do some numbers, man. So I really think the Super Bowl is gonna be cracking. New Orleans is gonna be crazy. Everybody think they can cook gumbo now on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Y'all said it. Yeah, y'all gumbo ain't hitting like what it does in the South, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to make that room. You feel me? What it do? You know a lot about that. So
Hey,
I think it's gonna be crazy out there, man. And I think the South need to come out. The West need to come out there, mess with the South, East Coast, North. Everybody need to come out there and get some of that Southern flavor, man. Some of that, you know, feel me? It's crazy.
speaking
It's different.
speaking of that, man, I just want to give a shout out to one of the best places in the Bay, man. As
Yeah.
that
And
and I
what's that, dude?
called Seven Flavors of NOLA, man. Now, if you ain't heard of Seven Flavors of NOLA, there's
Seven,
seven flavors, P.
seven
Seven,
flavors. Okay.
seven flavors of NOLA.
Oh no.
And I'm telling you, man, right now we're known for our stuffed turkey legs. Hey, it's like that. It's out there, man. Make sure you try to get there, man. Out there, if you ever in Northern Cali, and go out there and check that place out, man. They
And
got
where this place at, man?
it's at Moe's Tavern, man. I'm hearing Moe's Tavern on Tennyson, and man,
Mm-hmm.
can't miss it. You understand me? And they got the best fried fish,
The best.
the best. Oh,
The best. I've been hearing about it, man.
yes, Lord. I can't tell you no lie. If I tell you a lie, then you ain't gonna believe nothing else I say.
Now, when
So
you say Moe's Tavern, are you talking about Moe's from the what? The Simpsons?
exactly. You know what I mean? It's themed around that, man.
Man, it's
Um,
crazy.
they have different. I mean, everybody. It's the flavors. The vibe. It's cool.
Hmm.
Little patio. You know what I mean? So there's some things we'll show y'all on the next show. A couple of little clips here and there that'll pop up and let y'all see some of the examples of what they have, man. But hey, I'm telling you, if you ever in Northern Cap, you ever in the Bay Area, you ever in Oakland, Fremont, Hayward, Hey man, look up 7 flavors of NOLA, man. Find them people. Shout out to the cook. Hey, yeah, and people got to get down there to the Super Bowl, man, and taste our flavor, man. People come there for our culture and our food, the jazz heritage, Mardi Gras, everything mixed in. We have Essen Festival there. We have jazz festivals. We have all type of festivals, right?
Yeah,
And people come for our food, man, and they come to taste that flavor, man. And what that's what it's all about, man. We leave and we travel, we go places, and we try to find their identity, and we want to embrace their culture, and we want to taste it, right? We want to feel it. We want to, yeah, man, delete that.
delete that. I
Yeah.
was, yeah, I was waiting for it. But yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Whew, that's
So,
crazy.
with that being said, though, man, yes, man, it will be a great time. I think down there, our city is one of the best places to come and party. Yes, it's danger everywhere. People, oh, it's dangerous down there. Oh, they this and that, man. It's dangerous everywhere you go.
You
You
know what they say, do they? I think they say wherever there's water, there's alligators. Is that true?
Hey man, nah. People say that. That's more. Yeah, they be trying to say we country by the way we talk, and oh, y'all talk country. No,
Ain't everybody country nowadays, man.
you gonna be able to hear the
I
difference.
promise you.
Somebody from New Orleans and somebody from the country. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, you're gonna hear them saying, "Baby."
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's good, baby. You know what I'm talking. Yeah, it's good. You know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Whatever, huh?
it's gonna be great, man. I think people every time I have brought several people down there to my city to party and just experience the culture from my experiences. Not like you go down there on your own, you're gonna be a tourist. But if you go with someone that knows the city, that know that's known and reputable, then you'll have a great time. You know what I mean? So I brought a lot of people down there to experience this, experience our culture, and you know, I'm talking about that one time, one of their greatest moments was staying out to daylight come up, P, and we come out of Harris
That sound
Casino.
like Vegas.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sound
Base.
like Vegas, baby.
So that's why, like Vegas and New Orleans, like party cities, right? You party all night. There's no end. You drink. Oh, no limitation on cutoff time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's the same, man. So, you know, but shout out, man. Shout out to New Orleans, man. We got hospitality. We're known for it. So when you come there, you experience what we got for y'all, man. We love y'all, man. You know what I mean? So come on and party down there, man, for the Super Bowl. It's gonna be all right. They'll make sure. Uh,
Yeah, 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 man. So we have good food, good music, good culture, man. I know when I first went out there, I went to like a bar out there, and they was talking about like buy one bar, I mean one beer get six free. I was like, oh yeah, they party out here for real. They party out here for real, for real.
Stop at a
So
gas and get you a pint.
see that part, you know what I'm saying? But
That's
yeah, Super Bowl going down February 9th, 2025, man. We don't
it.
know who's gonna be in the building, but
Yo,
if you're not gonna be there,
oh man.
tune in. You really? Yeah, 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 yeah. So that being said, man, um, real quick, just piggybacking off the whole NFL thing. Lately, man, there's been a string of robberies going on. No matter what kind of field that you're in, whether you're an athlete. Baseball players ain't been getting touched, tapped in, delete that, not that. But
Yeah.
they haven't been getting robbed. But they didn't got basketball players, they didn't got football players, they didn't got hockey players. Um, I don't think they messing with no boxers. They ain't trying to catch no fades. But for the most part, you got Kelsey, you got Mahomes, you got a couple of Dallas Cowboys, man. Recently, we just got Dallas. What is it? The Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks. We just got Luca. Just got hit. One of the Dallas hockey players just got hit for $500,000. So, man, tell me this. Look, allegedly that they supposedly they're not securing the homes with the alarms. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to blame it on some people from South America. They're trying to say it's like a little sting that's going around and things like that. So either they in cahoots with the alarm people, or they just not arming these cribs, dude. So what you think about that, man? That you feel comfortable enough to come in there and just get into somebody's crib while they're not home allegedly leaving family in there. You know what I mean? Like, and it's getting away with all this money, man. It's kind of crazy, right?
Well, it's definitely crazy. P and LY, man. I think it's because of the areas, right? When you say Cowboys, you say Maverick. I mean, like you're in Dallas. I had the best times of my some of my best moments in Dallas, right? Live-
Yeah, trust me, I was with you,
Right. So,
nigga.
and we know Dallas, you know what I'm saying? So, is is not too many places where you ain't gonna go where you ain't got the hood around you unless you getting out to Frisco, you getting out, you know what I mean, on the outskirts, McKinley and some places, right?
Yeah.
But I think that the where normally you see wolves, if you see a wolf and a wolf come out of his habit, it's for a reason. He's starving, he's hungry, there's nothing there, right? He need to eat. So he come out of his habitat. So now you're seeing people come out their habitat because they need to eat. And desire to eat is when they see praise. And what praise meaning that I know they gone. They playing, they're watching your schedule. They know when you know what I mean? So what haven't you given into that's allowing this to happen? Because most athletes that's that type of caliber of athlete, like, you know what I mean, even like Lukic, Luka, Luka, but like you got $13,000 worth of jewelry store. You know what I mean? Somewhere in that range. Was it 13,000? Yeah, 13,000.
Let's see.
I think it was like 13,000.
Yeah, it was a crazy little number, man.
Somewhere around there. But that was just jewelry of it, right?
Because
So,
the hockey player was 500,000. It was two watches, Rolexes, and then the other one was an AP and an Audemars. The other one was Travis Kelsey. I think it was 20K. Going
right.
went through his back door of his house, and no alarm set. And these were days separate apart from Patrick Mahomes. Now Patrick, I don't know if he was in Kansas City, Missouri, or an away game, 2 days apart, but apparently no alarm. Huge house. Family is typically with the wife, or the wife is at the game, different things like that. The dad flew in because when I flew in 2 weeks ago, they mistaken me just for my logo that for Pat. I mean, his dad or sent a car service. So that means that, with that being said, that they're going to be at the game together, probably leaving together. They're about an hour ahead of time. So how do you line it up to where you don't have surveillance, or
Right.
you just even like careless enough to just stop locking your door or setting an alarm? Like, that's kind of crazy, man. Don't you think?
Well, here's why I don't think it's crazy. Because I don't believe that those type of caliber athletes is where I was going, don't stay in a gated community or in a secure community where they have security 24/7,
Hmm.
right? I have a nephew and he stay in a community where there's it's gated and that you ain't got no business back there. People wanna know you ain't got no business back there. You ain't just gonna be breaking in people's stuff. It's big enough for it to happen, don't get me wrong. And
Yeah.
area, the surrounding of it is big enough to happen. But now the question, like you say, well, did we get careless about the alarm? Because if those people know how to cut alarms, trick, and all this here, that's not the average dude off the street.
Hmm.
He know he can't just walk in your neighborhood and target it, drive in your neighborhood, sit and watch to see how to cut your alarm, get blueprints to get to your house, get in your house and cut trick alarm wire, cut this and cut that. Like that's professional shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be like, I'm just being real. That's
That-
professional.
That's Ocean 11, man.
You know what I mean? We ain't doing that kind of stuff. We gonna do some stuff. We gonna, you know what I mean? Ain't bro and them ain't doing that, man. Bud and them and Bubba around the corner, you know, they ain't doing that, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They trying to come in that bit while you walking in there up everything. You know what I mean?
Let me get there.
Yeah, you know. So, they gonna break a window, a log off. They gonna grab what they can grab.
They,
They got
they chopping out. Yeah.
But then everybody
Leaving the homeboy in the house and everything.
blueprint, they gotta have the money to get the blueprints to that house first and foremost. So if you got the money to get the blueprints to that house, do you really need to be robbing that house, or was it something in the house you needed out there?
Yeah,
Information, because it's too close connected and too related. You know what I mean? So you know sometimes there's deeper stuff behind the scenes.
delete that.
You know. Shout out to them
Reroute that.
that's going
Delete
though, man. Huh?
that. I said delete that. That was crazy.
Delete that.
But I can say this, man. The FBI was supposed to have went out to the team and was like, look, this is the memo. You know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't get it, y'all better stop doing it. Be aware. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they sent it out and they cut
Yeah,
it out. Cause I
yeah,
don't know how they blame it on South Americans, man.
yeah. The FBI warned the whole league, man, about being targeted. So about these burglaries. So I mean, it's a lot going on right now,
Hmm.
and at first it was a priority. P. Let me show you how the priority of it has changed because of what just happened in the last 48 hours, man. It has changed that as a alert of top priority. So, man, we got
Oh
something big
yeah,
on every.
bigger going on. You're right.
So,
Everything that just transpired with that,
man,
they're gonna
like,
use all them resources for real, huh?
yes, man. Like, are we watching United States that we love so much, our country that we love so much? Are we watching it turn into Gotham right before our eyes? It was a TV show, but it's basically turning into, and that was a city. We're talking about a country right now. It's turning into Gotham with the hate and the stuff that's going on, man. Like love conquers all things. We know that. So and that's what it's gonna take to replace some stuff. Love, the stuff that people feeling the lack of that'll make them do certain things. Love,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? But pro athletes, all I can tell you is, hey man, set your alarm, bundle up, man. Keep that thing on you if you got to. You better go get you registered. Hey, if you need to
Yeah.
be, you can holler at Rascals, man,
And
and they
Rascal Defense, man, we cover all your needs, man. License to carry classes and all that. So you want to get certified in Texas? Holla at me. We take care of it for you. You feel me? There's one thing I do believe in: defense, not offense.
you
Delete that.
feel me?
Yeah.
I
So
mean, say, hey, they said basketball and football. They tell you defense win championships, offense that any given Sunday. Huh?
any given Sunday.
Yes, sir. The best offense is the best defense. You know what I mean? So I
That
could
part.
perfect standpoint, man, as being a coach and doing some things that I did in my time. That defense, it's the hardest some things, man. And our United States been known for their defense, their great defense. You know what I mean? To defend and protect us, right? So now it's the time for you guys to defend and protect us. Shout out to our troops, shout out to everybody that's out there, first responders, man, first liners, everybody, man, that put their life on the line every day, man, for us. We love you out there, man. That's coming straight from Delete That podcast, man, from doing P.
That part.
Baby. We love you. Seven flavors of NOLA. We love you. You know what I mean? Rascals, defense, we love you.
We in
So
there.
holla at us, man. Holla at us.
So check this out, man. I've been hearing some rumors, right? So
Oh,
if y'all don't know, like I know, the Saudis have been trying to get into boxing, right? It's
mm,
doing like crazy, crazy, crazy boxing matches overseas, man. Having performances, rappers, everything. You know what I'm saying? Stages coming from out the ground and everything. So apparently, allegedly, they supposed to have gotten Canelo versus Bud Crawford. That match is supposed to be set up. You know what I mean? And we talking about two of the biggest names in boxing. Bud
yes,
has went from from welterweight to
yes.
um, being unified champion, uh, beating Errol Spence and a ton of other fighters, and he's supposed to be matched up with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo 62 2-2. You remember his fights by being defeated first by Mayweather took the crowd from him, and then Bivol came back and he beat him up. Well, he won the match when he went up into weight. Um, Canelo has been established. Bud has been established, and to just even look at some of the things he's accomplished, this is Canelo's drink, Viva la Mexico. I think this is kind of like a Jamaican cocktail, and also he has a margarita style. You know what I'm saying? That's real cool. One of my clients bought me these, man, so I'm gonna test them out this weekend and see what it does. He owns a bunch of gas stations and things like that. So, well established. Dolce and Gabbana, I believe that he's sponsored by them. He wears a lot of their pajamas. Terrence Bud Crawford was being one of your best, man. He had one of the largest fights last year when he beat Spence. Um, Beat the brakes off my guy, man. Dallas, Texas own Dallas Earl Spence. So right now they're supposed to be locking this fight in. The weight class is going to be a little bit different. Terrence Bud Crawford's going to have to go up the weight to fight this dude. So, with that being said, it's going to be probably one of the fights of the year between him and I want to say between that fight and probably the one with what's my guy name? The little dude.
With Tank,
Tank Davis. Yeah, my bad. Tank King.
shout out to
Tripping
Tank.
that I forgot your name, man.
Keep holding it down, Tank. Keep
Oh
holding.
yeah. He doing his thing, man. So I think that fight's gonna come before the Bud Crawford fight, but right now there's talks, man, that they supposed to be buying PDS and getting these two dudes in the ring. One of probably is gonna be one of the most anticipated fights going down, man. What you think about that, man? Who you got in that fight? You got Canelo or you got Bud?
Amen. Amen.
Man. P, I'm gonna tell you like this. With Bud, TC, man, tremendous fighter, man. 41-0, man. Like we say, man, at age 36, man, 36 knockouts. He's on a path to do what Mayweather did. You know what I mean? Being 50-0. Uh, I think he beats Canelo. I think he wins it. Preferably, you'll know is his way by the sixth round. Uh, I mean, no knock to Canelo, man. Canelo, great fight. I actually had the privilege of watching him box in Dallas, man, at Jerry's World, man, and it was a great fight. Me and my whole my boys and my son, rest in peace, Tariq, man. I took him to his first fight, and we was in the suites, and he went ringside, went by the ring, and he was so excited, man. He was so excited. It was like, Dad, people was looking at me. I had because I had a glass drink in my hand, and they all had cups. Who
Yeah,
was he? So
that's that sweet life.
yeah,
Big
so we was blessed to experience that, man. Shout out to my boy, Big Boy, man. We got distance since then.
boy,
Shout out to Big Boy,
big
Big Boy.
boy.
That's my hey, man. You still in my heart, no matter what, man. But yeah, but I had the privilege of going to that fight, and Canelo that fight. Uh, but Canelo has a superb record itself, man. As being 62-2, man, with two ties, man. So I mean, we look at you as a tie, man. Listen, you ain't win. You either lost or you won. You won? No, I lost. So,
I lost. You will. I lost.
uh, you know,
So
think Crawford deals with him by the six, man. I'm going with Crawford.
you're going with Crawford. So you think a lot of the times when you box, man, you don't bring that power up. So you think you're gonna have the power to get down to Nello, have to gain a lot of that weight, come up to like 164 to make this happen. Because his last fight, it wasn't what everybody expected, man. That dude gave him a little run for his money, man. What you think about that? Think that's gonna pan out? Still gonna be knockout?
You say, do I think it's going to be a knockout?
Yeah, or is it gonna be by decision?
It ain't going the whole fight, P. 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 Listen to me, P. It ain't going the whole fight, P.
6 rounds.
By the sixth round, you gonna know shit real. By
Okay. He gonna know.
we all know.
I
We gonna say,
I
hey, man,
ain't gonna be in there, mother.
you heard y'all delete first. Somebody clock gonna tick. You feel?
Well, I can say this, man. Whenever, what, like you said, what's inevitable is eyes, eyes, knocking somebody
the
out. So I'm gonna tune in, man. Whatever it is, I'm definitely gonna be in the building, man. Whenever that's coming, gonna be locked in, man. Shout out to Tank Davis has a fight coming up. I
hey,
heard some crazy stuff that it might have been
hey,
canceled.
man. Tank, Tank Davis, baby. Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, man. I fool with Tank, man. I'm rocking with Tank, man. Tank told that boy, I'm gonna hurt you, boy. I like do a little thing like this. He'll be back. Yeah.
Tank
He's
be out of the corner.
man. I say, man. Other than that, man, P, I see Canelo taking this L. Now, let's talk about the pot of that situation.
You say pop, what do you mean?
POT,
Mm-hmm.
money pot,
Are you talking about the purse?
the purse.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's talk about the purse on that, man. Now, a lot of times, people overlook that fact of the
Mm-hmm.
purse. And I won't overlook that fact because I think sometimes that purse have something to do with the outcome of who gonna win. Yeah,
Okay.
foods. Mike and
Jake
Mike
Paul?
Paul, yeah, and Jake Paul, this straight joke, right?
Yeah.
It's a celebrity fight. It's not like dudes acting like, oh, it was a celebrity fight, man. I mean, yeah, Mike could have knocked him out, then it'd have made Jake Paul irrelevant for anybody else. He'd have stepped out of his character and he
Yeah,
just
where are you going after that if he gets knocked out?
hustle no more. He don't sell no more, right? So Mike had the opportunity to make him some money, but you got to take the dive. Quite naturally, the dude got to win, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
last had him won. Like, come on, man. Like, we know the man can't fight like that, right? You know what I mean? But
I don't know, man. I still think Mike just didn't do what Mike could have done. You know what I
after
mean?
he took the money. He
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to take
yeah.
the money, man. Come on, P. He got to take the money.
Yeah, but I'd have psyched him out a little bit. I'd have hit that nigga at least once in the spleen or somewhere to make the nigga be like, yeah, yeah. Huh? Now I'm gonna go take this dive. But I gotta show the world that my look. You could have just shown me a two step, just and then show it to me that what I'm saying that you finna put these hands on him, let the people know, make him see him sweat a little bit, and go from there. But if it's a clause in your contract that you can't knock this dude out, then yeah, man,
Right.
I don't
So
know.
just telling you, man, it's publicity. You get people to buy it. I mean, it's certain things sell, man, and it's about business, it's about promotion, it's about TV, it's about I deal with promoting and stuff, doing things like that now. So it's about what sells, it's about what you can draw people attention in with, man. So a lot of things sell and some things don't, man. But I salute him. He a good hustler. You know what I mean? And they build it up. He got a good team around him. They got a good thing going with whoever putting started this and putting the money behind it. But they got a good thing going, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
they made some money, man.
and shout out to Jake Paul, man.
They made some money, homie.
He made something. So, you know, I again, Crawford, you gonna know he the man by the sixth round.
All right, I'm gonna check that out. I'm definitely gonna tune in whenever they say it, man. It's gonna be in Saudi Arabia somewhere. So definitely gonna be locked in to see what's gonna be the outcome of that fight, bro. So anything else we might have missed in this episode that's
Well,
going on?
tell you this, Pete. We didn't miss so much, man. You understand me? We didn't miss Tiger Woods.
What
Tiger
Tiger do, man?
Delete that. That's what he did. Huh?
Delete it. Laugh. Say no more.
Oh man, but shout out, man. Two teams got to play tomorrow for the Sugar Bowl, man. I appreciate y'all still going through it, man, and not willing to give up. You know what I mean? So that's big in the moment too, because like they had the coach for I think Notre Dame coach when I was on TV, and he was saying like they had was preparing for practice, man. They was practicing getting their game plan together. When they woke up, they didn't know nothing about it. They was, of course, them, when you on them college road trips and stuff like that, bro, they didn't hit the sack, right? It's time to, you know what I mean? They tell the players being at a
Delete.
yada 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 curfew. But the coaches being they gotta check rooms, walk hallways, make sure people are there and do certain things, right? And you these coaches like wake up not knowing all this didn't happen, so they get up for a regular day of practice, man. Like a
Yeah,
regular they don't even realize what's going on, and like you can't. It ain't like what you what like how you want them to be. They ain't out at the club. They ain't out because they got a big time game. They preparing for a game. The head coach ain't even playing that, right? So, man, tough, man, because of this big game, man, with Georgia and Notre Dame, man. Like, I salute those coaches. As a coach, I understand. Uh, um, I salute them for being able to gather their players and gather. We don't know if it was players, family members that came down there to see them. We don't know, but shout out, man. And it could have been friends of some of the players, or they knew each other. So I don't know if it's my people I knew. It's up in the air, man, because it's so much, but
yeah.
you
It's
know,
still fresh.
it's still fresh, man.
Yeah,
So with that being said, man, like shout out to the coaches, man, and the players that's willing to play this game and try to make sense of what happened on a crazy New Year's Day, man. I just like I said, I salute them, man, because that's hard. The referees, the officials, the people that make this thing possible, man. And if every year for kids to debut their talent to try to get their dreams come true by playing at that next level and making a good life for themselves and their family. But like I say, shout out to them people, man. They're going through it right now, and they're showing resilience, man. It's one word I always like to use towards a lot of things. Is resilient, man. Being resilient, and they have been that true side of that, man. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to Notre Dame. Shout out to Georgia. Go Boys. I'll be watching you guys. You know what I mean? Wish y'all both the best.
that part, man. So, yeah, about to sign on out, man. We'd like to thank y'all for being a part of the Delete That podcast show, episode 1, season 1. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or what they call X. You know what I'm saying? And we're definitely in the building, man. More episodes coming. So, if y'all have any questions, never hesitate to tap in with us, man. Leave some messages. We'll definitely get back. You know what I'm saying? If you're ever in the Bay Area, man, check out Seven Flavors of Molia at Mo's Tavern. If you're ever in Dallas, Texas, Rascal Defense for your license to carry needs. And also, we have barbershops in the Bay Area and also in Frisco, Texas. So tap in with us, man, and make sure everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? And then tune into that Delete That podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy P and your boy Do. You know what I'm saying? In the building.
Hey, hey man, one other thing, man. Listen, make sure you hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe. Send that out, man. We need y'all support. as much as we need to give y'all this news, man. So we gonna try to stay current with some things up to date, man. Leave some messages in the comments below, man.
Yeah.
Us, man. We gonna look through those messages and we gonna talk what is negative, positive. We're not tripping. If you got some good reviews, bad reviews, you got something you wanna say or say,
Holla at us.
wanna give, holler at us, man. We ain't tripping on all that. But if you're with the dumb stuff, delete that.
That boy.